Hello, hello, hello. Let's do a little intro and get this thing going. How do we start it? I don't know. I'm having problems today, but we're going to get to it this way. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you all pop in. It's been a while. Actually, it hasn't because was I here last week? I don't remember. No, I don't think so. Was I? I don't know. I'm confused. Actually, I was because Miss Shawn and I went live. Anyway, so we are live. I am live. Okay, let's see what's happening here. I needed to send out message. One real quick message. There we go. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well today. It's been an amazing week, kind of a lot of energy, and I am excited to be here. Glad you all popping in as well. It's fascinating because I've been spending some time with trying to understand this what do you call it, astrological shift, maybe is a good way to put it. Definitely an astrological shift, and that astrological shift is the age of Aquarius. It's amazing, if you grew up in the 60s and 70s and maybe even the 80s, you remember the song Aquarius and the Age of Aquarius, and it was a wonderful song, and it came from I think a Broadway show. And it was actually an amalgamation of two different songs that was created, and it was actually the #1 song of the year, and it was a Grammy winner, and so forth. But it kind of gave insight, or it kind of gave recognition to the concept of astrology and Aquarius and the movement of the stars and so forth. And so interestingly enough, as of 2 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, we actually entered into the age of Aquarius. Now, it has been 249 years, I think, since this has happened, because what happened is that Pluto, as with all of our planets, they circumnavigate the sun. In other words, they circle the sun, and they find their orbit is consistent, and they find their way around it once every X number. For us, it's 365 days, which creates our year. So within 365 days, we get one rotation of the sun. Well, with Pluto, it's 249 years for that planet to get all the way around the sun. And so this has not happened forever, and not ever, because I just said 249 years. But again, in our lifetime, it hasn't happened before. It will not happen again, nor will it happen in most of our children and our grandchildren's lives. And so this is a unique time. Now, the other good thing about the experience of the Age of Aquarius is that when you, as we deal with this, there's so much happening because of the energies of Aquarius. Aquarius is shaking things up and change and all of that kind of stuff. And also a lot of openness, and a lot of understanding of new concepts, understanding new things. It's really amazing time for advancement. And so I am not surprised when I saw that we're entering the Age of Aquarius again. And this is 20 years now. Now, we do have it. It's interesting. We enter it for a short period of time, and we leave for about a week, and then go back, and then we're in for 20 years. But we are, for all intents and purposes, in the Age of Aquarius now for 20 years. And so this next 20 years is going to be phenomenally, what would you say? For lack of maybe a better term, I won't say turmoil, because turmoil I don't think is the right word, but we're going to see advancements. We're going to see leaps. We're going to see bounds in advancement. We're going to see a lot of change and upheaval, because a lot of folks don't like change. Change is something that people fear. A lot of people fear change. And so I just tend to feel that with this Age of Aquarius, you're going to see so much happening that you're going to be blindsided. You're going to feel like, wow, how did I get left behind? So don't fall back. This is not a time to retreat. This is not a time to go into your hole. This is not a time to pull the covers over your head and say, okay, I'm going to give technology a pass for now. Because if you pull the covers over your head, if you put your head under the sand or whatever, however you want to say it, if you withdraw from what's happening and you're not keeping up, you will truly fall behind to the point you cannot catch up. I mean, this is truly that time. This is truly that energy. And so what I would suggest to you is do a little bit of reading on it. I'm not saying you have to do a study and all that kind of stuff, but if I were you, I'd do a little reading, because again, we're in this for 20 years. And the energies are about change. It's about innovation. It's about movement forward and so forth like that. So don't be surprised. Again, now don't be surprised that AI, I'm not surprised that AI is coming into its own right now, but it's going to boom, and it's going to get into our lives in ways you cannot imagine. Okay, ways in which you had not even thought about. We're going to have AI doing a whole lot more than we ever thought. And so, again, this is part of that change, by the way. This is part of that energy, part of that situation, which is so super important to stay in front of. Okay, so what I would strongly suggest is to take the bull by the horns. Make sure you're staying involved with what's coming down the line, with what you see, with what you know, with what you hear, all those things. And I'm excited for the opportunity. I mean, this is going to be an amazing time for me, and I'm looking forward to it. But again, stay current with the AI, stay current with what's happening. You're going to see upheaval. You're going to see change in politics. You're going to see change in people's perspectives, people's way of thinking. You're going to see change in our boundaries of different countries and so forth. You're going to see change in our ideology, and things in which we thought were constant are now no longer constant. We're going to see all of those things, and that's part of this age of Aquarius. And it's like we were asleep for a while, or we were kind of on autopilot. And then we just kind of got fired up, and so we're just starting to see a little bit of the change. And I truly believe that as much as there is negative about it, because again, change is something we fear. We all just naturally fear change to a degree. Even when we want change, there's a little teeny bit of us that says, I'm not sure I'm ready, or I don't know what's there. So I'm kind of resistant to all of that. Okay. But the reality is that as we move forward, you're going to see that the change is going to be, again, a good thing, but stay on top of it. And if you see the deviation, if you see, okay, we're going a little over here, or we're going a little over here, or I don't like what this is, then get involved. Because again, if you pull the covers over your head, if you don't get involved, if you're not having your voice heard, if you're not being part of this, then it will run over you. And I can see how that can happen, where you would feel like you're not involved, and like you don't have a voice. So again, speak up, speak loud, speak proud, speak clearly, and stay involved. Learn, grow, understand, and experience this great opportunity, because this is a once in a lifetime. I'm going to be doing a video on this, and it's going to be a clearer thought than what I'm doing right now, because this is just coming off of my head and my excitement, exuberance for this moment. And but again, 20 years, how wonderful is that, right? Good morning, everybody. Welcome in again. Marvin Slack, welcome in. Folks, don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. I would truly appreciate it. If you are on YouTube, if you could do me a favor, you may want to unsubscribe and resubscribe immediately, please. Don't unsubscribe and leave me. But and then when you resubscribe, that may trigger the thing. If you're not getting notices, if you're getting notices, leave it alone. But we're getting people who have subscribed and are not getting notices that I'm going live, and so I'm trying to fix those problems. And it's not, unfortunately, on my side, it's YouTube doing some of their tricky things, and I got to do what they do. So that's what you see. As you see today, I am flying solo. I'm over here by myself, but Miss Shawn is not available, and so I kind of, it's kind of nice to be flying solo, but I also miss her, and we both have good energy, so that's good. And last night, Miss Angie was live with me, and we had a good time too. We had some good readings, and I'm gonna be giving you some today. However, I do want to draw your attention to this right here. I am doing a special. As you guys know, I charge $195 for my readings, and that is, I never ever discount them. But I'm doing it for the holiday season because of the change, and because of so much energy and people with fear or intrepidation or whatever. I am. Miss Linda says she's only getting notices from Twitch. Yeah, Miss Linda, if you could on YouTube, then unsubscribe and then resubscribe. That'll trigger that in, which is kind of, which should work for you. And again, anybody else, if you're not getting notices, unsubscribe and then resubscribe. And then Umber says turn notifications to all. Yes, absolutely. And sometimes when you turn them, when you resubscribe, it says all, but yeah, please set all, and that would be great. Monique said, thanks, Don, for the reading last night. I really needed that. You're welcome, Monique. And I'm so, it was good talking to you. And I'm glad you were open to the conversation because, again, sometimes we want to hear, and then when we hear there's a little bit of work on our part or something else, so sometimes it's a little difficult to hear sometimes, but I'm so glad that you were good for that. So, and I appreciate the feedback too. Anyway, this is a special. I'm going to run this through probably the end of November into early December. This is going to be for you or for anybody else you want. If you want to offer a Christmas reading gift certificate, you don't now, but now right at this moment, when you click on this link, it will take you to my website and to the setup of thing. Just even if you don't have to set up the time and date specific right now, but it's going to force you to do it. But once you set up the time and date specific, then if you email me and when I see it, I'll email you and we can work together to find the actual specific time and date you want, or I can just set it up as a certificate because again, I'm trying to set up in the website. The website is giving me consternation, to say the least, and I'm trying to get it fixed. And of course, I do my own technology, so sometimes it's a good thing and a bad thing. But I'm going to have it fixed so where eventually it'll be actually a certificate. When you click on it, you'll get a certificate downloaded to you after you purchase. So, and you'll get one from me and this as well once we get it resolved. But the most important thing is if you go here and you see book a time and schedule, just pick something random. It does not matter. And then we'll communicate through email and set up an actual time, or say just send me, or you can just tell me, give you a certificate, and then down the road you can take the time and so forth. It's all good too. Again, a great gift certificate because again, my readings are $195 generally speaking, and this is $35. And I don't know why I chose 35, but I do at the same time. It was interesting because I was thinking, okay, what number and what is it? And 333 and 333, and I was going to do $33.33. And that's what I wanted to do because I'm in the 3333 mood. 333 is amazing. So, anytime you get the threes in the angel numbers. And so it was going to be 3333, but I said, come on, it's difficult. Let's just round it up. So it's $35, and that's where we came with it because of that. So yes, Mercury retrograde also is going on, but Mercury retrograde is a very short one, thank goodness. It's not going to be lasting very long. And that's a good thing because sometimes Mercury retrograde can last forever. And that's from Jess. Thank you, Jess Mercer, for reminding me of that. Again, thanks for popping in, everybody. I appreciate it. With that said, as we read today, I'm going to change things up because I've been tinkering with some things. First and foremost, I'm going to pop up over here. Hey, Miss Angie, nice to see you in. I'm going to pop up over here the weekly readings based on your tarot sign, which I do for YouTube, and you'll see them pop up over here. Monday, Tuesday, Aries all the way through. Aquarius all the way through to Virgo. And so you'll see them pop up. If you want to look at the readings, again, they're valid for the rest of this week. And so all you do is click on the QR code, which is right there in the same kind of area, and you will be able to see what the readings are for the week for your sign. Could be moon, rising, regular, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, anyway, it's there. And then once I get through the rotation of those 12, I'll be putting up the comments here because what happens is sometimes people on Twitch or people on Twitter or people on Facebook, they only see themselves in the messages, even though I have the bot working. And so I tend to, what I saw and what I'm able to do is now post the comments here so everybody can see the comments as they roll through. And that's what I plan to do once I get through the signs. So again, take advantage of this opportunity. It's great. I'm looking forward to it, and it's exciting to me. I love readings. I love giving readings, and so this is my gift back to you guys. Okay, so let's get to it. Let me pop up a QR code for the first of the signs, which is Aquarius. Then we're going to get into readings, and the first one that I'm popping up to right now is Marvin. Marvin says, hi and good morning. Dr. Rivera said you could do a quick read for me at some point. Absolutely, Marvin. Marvin, are you still here? Because when I do a reading, I'd like to communicate with the person whom I'm reading. So please confirm that you are still here and available to be read. Miss Linda, how are you doing, by the way? You know what? We missed you. I miss you when you're not in. Miss Linda, for folks who don't know Miss Linda's like the mother of all of us in that sense. Not that she's older than us, because she's pretty much about the same age group we are in. But I tell you, her energy is wonderful. And when she's like the go-to person, and everybody tends to just adore Miss Linda. And Miss Linda is like the, again, is mother psychic. And Miss Linda, I love when she's here, because she'll see as we read, she'll be reading with me sometimes, and she'll read and she'll come up with some energies that you need to hear from and to connect with, which is wonderful. And she has her own perspective as well, which is wonderful. So again, her skill set, she has two amazing daughters. I love them both, and they both have skills as well. So it is good to see Miss Linda here. Marvin, let's get to it. Marvin, do you have a specific question, or would you look just a general? What's your story? How can I help? What can I do? What can I do? Hey, Deborah Schmidt, nice to see you in. Yes, I'll give you a reading too. Deborah, let me know if it's a general or a specific question that you have, okay? Miss Linda says, I miss you guys. Also, just been a little hectic here. I hear you, Miss Linda. I hear you. Miss Linda is so amazing. She's working. She's helping her children. She's helping her grandchildren, and she is living her life at the same time. She's like, she's working it. She's working it. I get tired sometimes just thinking about all that she does. Lord have mercy. I consider myself lazy in that regard. Marvin says general. Okay, sure enough, Marvin, let's see what you got. Let's see what we have for you. Before I get there, let me pull up one more QR code here, and that is for Aries, and then we're going to get back to you, Marvin. General will be good first time. Marvin, don't forget to go to YouTube and find me on YouTube and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Also, folks, don't forget to hit that share button. What do we got for Marvin? Spirit and the universe, tell me what's up. Marvin, it's interesting. I'm getting a whole lot of money around you. I'm getting a whole lot of money energy around you. We had the first card out was the King of Pentacles, which is a wonderful card to have, okay? And when you have that King of Pentacles, again, you're coming into, you're already in, or you're just coming into an era and an energy of abundance. Okay. I don't know if it seems like, and it's interesting because you were getting on, there's an impatience here. This is an impatience this is the upside down. This is the reverse of the Queen of Pentacles. And so the Queen of Pentacles, when she comes out, I get the feeling like there was a period of time where you were getting frustrated, where you were about money, about things falling into place, about all these things as they, things that are coming at you, things that you're working through, those kind of things. And again, you were getting impatient, and you were kind of getting to the point where maybe you're thinking, I don't know, what is it about me? What is it I can't seem to get to just link up to get to connect with, or whatever. And I feel like that impatience that you were having, but the patience you had to have, even though you're getting impatient, is paying off, because I'm picking up again that you're entering a new cycle. You're entering a new energy field. You're entering a new time where the script has been flipped. Okay. So I'm thinking your financial issues are going to be resolved. Your financial issues are going to get much better. I also, but it's not just your financial issues, because when I talk abundance, I'm talking in your entire life. So I don't know if you're closing up something, or if you're moving on to a new cycle in your life or in your career, or if you're, again, but there's something very new, the most recent transition that you've been going through and are going through. That transition is taking you to a much more abundant time, where again, you're going to feel relaxed. You're going to take some pressure off. You're going to feel like you're finally getting acknowledged. Your recognition, the work, the effort you put in is finally showing results. And again, it seems like it's been a while. It seems like you have been, again, pushing through. It's not been, it's like kind of, I don't know if I would say drudge. I wouldn't say drudge necessarily, but I just feel like you've been pushing it and working it and working it. And sometimes you question it. Sometimes you're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can, I don't know if I have the wherewithal. I don't know is this worth it? Am I going to get there? I mean, you had lots of questions. But again, you're getting to the point where now you realize Thank God I stuck with it. Thank God I pushed through, because now I'm seeing the benefit coming through and the results are getting clearer and clearer. So know that the new day is in front of you. Know that the new energy is in front of you. I'm feeling chills all over, and it's a great thing. Marvin, did you have a grandmother who you were very close to is on the other side? Because I'm getting very cold. And even though I'm supposed to be doing a tarot read, I'm getting this wonderful energy of a woman who is a very small, petite woman, a very small woman, very warm, loving. She wasn't verbose. She's not very verbose. She's much more demure. She is, and I just see her sitting there, and she's kind of doing this. She's kind of doing this, and she's kind of standing here like this, and it's like this kind of matronly feel, and she's so proud. She's so proud. Did you have a grandmother who's crossed over who kind of fit that image? Because I'm thinking this is your energy. I think this woman is here for you, because again, she was not here until I started reading you. Again, Marvin, does that register with you? Do you have a grandmother on the other side that you were close to? Again, a smaller stature, very matron. She could be your mom, but I don't think so. I'm getting like one step behind. So I'm getting, again, like grandmotherly. Again, yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. You said the grandma paternity. Yes. Yes. This is her. She's here. She's proud of you, Marvin, but she's here with you, and she's letting me know that you're never alone. When you feel like you're alone, and she's telling me about times where you felt alone. You felt like very isolated, very alone. You felt time where you felt time where you felt like even when you were in a crowd, you were alone. You're the kind of person, you had that energy at that for a period of time where she's saying that in a crowd you were alone. You just kind of felt like you didn't know didn't have a place, or you just felt isolated, and nobody understood, nor could you're not the person to put it on your sleeve. So again, you weren't putting it out there and people didn't know. So it's not anyone's specific fault, not even your fault. It's just who you were. It's just how you were. But she's saying that you're never alone, that she's there with you. She's always, anytime you need her, anytime you're in that energy space that is kind of dowdy or down, feel for her. She communicates with you. She has tried to communicate, but you're kind of closed off. You don't see it. You don't perceive it, because again, you're kind of in your own space, in your own head. She's having you open up. So when you feel down, speak like I'm talking to you. Speak to her, talk to her, and say, grandma, or however you called her. I don't think you called her grandma. Grandma, she's like, it was interesting because I said grandma and she kind of grimaced. It was like, no. So I don't know what you called her, but it was not grandma. Grandma does not work. And so she kind of gave me that feel, that look of like, yeah, no, that's not the word. So anyway, but call her, talk to her, and then feel the energy around you. Feel anything that seems weird. If you get a brush along the face, if you get a rub on the shoulder, or a tight little squeeze, and her head kind of here, because it's interesting. She just kind of did this, and she kind of like gave me a squeeze and kind of made me feel her head right here. So like she would hug you and then she would put her head here. So she must have been shorter in that regard, because she's showing me that feel. When you feel that, it is her, and it's her. And so you're not alone. You're never alone. There is somebody there with you. And know it is her. Okay. Also, she was, that's why it's interesting. You were meant to be here for that reason, because she wanted you to know that. So she was here for you. Let's continue on though. And it's like, she's like, thank you so much. And so she's giving me the acknowledgement there. Let's go a little bit further there. Look at this. I love this. The energy you're now, again, this should fire you up. So this, you need to go again, you're getting new energy. You're getting, because of this transition, about knowing that your future is falling into place. And now that you have confirmation, now you have a direction, you are now ready to move forward, and you're fired up. And so this is telling you to recharge your batteries, stay informed, stay involved, stay connected, and move forward. You got this. And even when the world seems crazy and chaotic, you just press forward and ignore the rest. Just say, you know what? I've got this. I'm good. I'm loving this. And look at this. Don't forget to talk to your mentors. Don't forget to ask questions. Don't forget this is the tutor card. This is the asking and this is professionals. Okay, so these are professionals. So make sure you have mentors. Make sure you use your mentors. Make sure that you listen to people's advice. Listen to successful people's advice. Don't listen to everybody, because I tell you what, a lot of people want to give you advice, but some of that advice is worth pretty much the stuff on the bottom of your shoe, if you know what I'm saying. So again, make sure that you stay connected to mentors who have been there, worked through the fire, and have come out the other side. Make sure you listen to what they say, because again, there are times with your isolation and the way that you withdraw that you tend to even withdraw from them. They will help you through those times. Okay, so those mentors, those people are very important for you, and you should stay with them. And look at this. This is that new energy, that playful new energy, that energy of excitement, the energy of finding something new. So don't continue to look back at, oh, I went through all this. Look what's ahead. Okay, make sure you're looking ahead. And it's something I say a long time ago, and I say it over and over again. We have a windshield, we have a rearview mirror. The rearview mirror on the windshield is much smaller, because you don't need to know constantly where you came from. You don't need to look in the rearview mirror and all the things, because if you dwell back there, you're going to have an accident up here. The windshield is much bigger, because that's where you're headed. And so you're moving right, left, forward, however, based on what you see in the windshield. Looking in the rearview mirror gets you nothing except seeing what has happened. You cannot change it. So make sure you're focusing forward. Make sure you're focusing with new great energy and aliveness, and just this feeling of, wow, this is a wonderful time, okay? Because you have really broken through, all right? And again, it's been a journey. This is that Six of Swords. It has been a journey. But if you notice, the dark, see the dark? You're leaving from the dark, you're heading into the light, and your destination is right there. It is in sight. You can see the destination. It is now visible where before it wasn't. And so grasp for it, reach for it. Make sure that you are not missing that destination. Make sure that you are ready for what comes your way, because I'm telling you, it's going to be good. It's going to be better than good. I think good is the underestimation of what I'm saying. It's going to be great. Lots of positive energy around this. Let's take one or two more cards. I'm going to shift things up just a little bit, and let's see. Nine of Swords. Again, Nine of Swords. Let's not go there again. Don't give in to the negative. Instead, stay focused on the positive, and also keep focused, because I see that you tend to sometimes get a little unfocused. And so the warning is, if you get unfocused, if you start losing focus, if you're not paying attention, again, pay attention, stay focused. And if you don't, you're going to be frustrated, and it's going to leave you in a space that you're not really quite happy with. The world is at your feet. I mean, this is the moon card question. They're there. The world's at your feet. We're coming there. And again, I love this too, because the home life is coming together for you as well. Again, things are falling into place, Marvin. Great reading, great energy in front of you. So reach out there, continue to move forward. Do not let anything deter you. Do not let anything slow you down. This is the time to be barreling forward, okay? And again, your grandma, just reach out to her. She's always there. She's always with you, okay? You're never alone. Let me stress that. You are never alone. With that said, hopefully have a great day, Marvin, and we're going to move on to the next person. Next person is, let's see, Schmidt, Deborah Schmidt, because I had promised her next. Deborah, are you here? You said general. Okay, super. Can do. Let's see what we got for Deborah. Let me see. I'm going to catch up on what Marvin said, by the way, because I wasn't paying attention. I should have paid more attention, but it wasn't, because I like to do the readings without too much information, as you guys know. Marvin said, just coming out of med school and entering residency was a later in life accomplishment. Finishing at 40, so it makes a lot of sense. Well, congratulations, Marvin. Hell yeah, I can see now how that's such a struggle, because Lord have mercy, getting through that and the residency, and then doing, med school. Oh, geez, yeah. And then the ER rotation alone, I'm sure, kind of wore you out. But oh yeah, I can imagine. So congratulations on that. It is a hard slog, and I can see how I'm sure you would have had some doubts from time to time. But man, I'm telling you, Marvin, you're beyond it. You're good. You said it's definitely been a grind. Then you said, let's see, paternal grandmother. Thank you so much, Don. A wonderful reading. You're welcome, Marvin. Absolutely. All right. So let's get to it. Deborah, let me see what we got for Deborah. Okay. I was trying to, there is, so Deborah, is your daughter your rock? I mean, I get this feeling that your daughter is your rock. She is your foundation. She is the things that you do, the choices you make are for her. Do you have just one daughter? Because I'm picking up one daughter specifically. I'm picking up one daughter specifically, and and it seems like I'm getting the energy like you would move heaven and earth for this child. I mean, she really is that, and I mean, Lord knows I have three, and I'm not sure I would move heaven and earth for them necessarily the way you would. I think I get this strong, very strong. I mean, you're just committed. Yeah. Okay. And this one daughter is like she is your rock. I mean, again, you guys are just like this, right? I like that. I like that. And so is she going, she's going through something, or is she, you talk to her. I get the feeling you talk to her. You're close. Again, you're very close to her, but, I get the feeling like there's something she needs to say or something she needs to talk about. I feel like she needs something or someone, and I don't know. I don't even know if you're the person for it, but I do believe that you would be the proxy for that. I think she needs. There's something that's been eating away at her, and I don't know if she even can understand it, formulate it into words, because I think you're picking up her anxiety. I think you're picking up what she's going through. And that's why she came to me. I don't know how you would do it, but I would suggest strongly to have to create a situation where you can have one-on-one, maybe a face-to-face situation, and have a conversation that leads down the road, and to a point where maybe she can talk a little bit, or open that up, or maybe even you can talk about some of your anxiety you're having or something, and say, I don't know where it's coming from, and I'm kind of wondering, and whatever. Have the guy, so because I think she needs to talk, and I think that she needs. But I think there's also an issue where she is very, very independent, very self-sufficient, very much. She wants to make you happy. She wants to be be proud of her and that kind of stuff. And maybe this conversation is one that that she feels may make her a little less or something in your eyes. And I know that's not the case, because she could never do anything for mom that would skew that image. I mean, you just adore her, and so I know that. I get that energy. It's very strong. But and again, I think she needs a conversation. She needs that. And I think that, and she has a friend group. She has friends. She has associates. But this is something that for some reason it's very deep for her. And again, I'm not even sure she can put a finger on it, but she needs to be able to talk it through and to open it up, and therefore maybe find what that is. And so I would suggest that you find a way and a time to be together one-on-one, and then open up conversation, and then give her an opportunity to take that conversation elsewhere. Because I'm just picking up that there's something that she needs to work through. Something she needs to get her mind around, I guess is a better way to put it, and something that she needs to kind of figure out. But it just isn't. It's just not. It's just not percolating at this time. And again, and you're the one. You're about the only one that I think that can do this. But she needs to know that you're not going to see her in any less a way, or have any, and I don't know. I just think that this is. Yeah, do that for me, because I think it's important. Now I'm going to try to pull cards for you too. Yeah, look at this. Again, lots of anxiety, lots of energy in there, lots of things popping around, and you're kind of like, what is all this about? Okay. So again, that is a confirmation to me what we talked about. And this is the dropping it. She needs to, whatever it is, she needs to, again, she needs to release it. She needs to get it out. And by talking about it, she can release it. Okay. And your mama will absorb it. And that's what, and it's like, but at the same time, she she's like, I don't know if I can, because, you know, again, there's this part of her that's like, I don't know if I can do that because I want mom to be proud. And, you know, it's like, you know, you need to let her know she can say whatever, because she'll never be diminished in your eyes. I mean, that's just the way that you are loving it. And look at this, there's the balance. To return the balance for her and for you, she needs, again, to be able to deal with it and to drop it. Okay. So that conversation is so important to return the balance in her life, which in turn will bring the balance in your life. Again, you're so connected to her that you're picking up her energy. That's not your anxiety. It's her anxiety. It's her whatever it is she's going through. I'm loving it. And look at this. Once she does it, she's going to rise right up. Again, rise above. She's going to get above it, because again, talking it out, putting it out, getting it out there is going to help. And you're going to help her, give her direction again, which is why she can then drop the swords and say, you know what? Thank goodness. I can breathe. Okay. And then she'll find that balance again. But again, then she rises to the top. She rises above, which is wonderful. And then look at this, the star card. Then the alignment works. And once she gets aligned, once that conversation happens, and then she kind of downloads it, and then you work through it, you know, the alignment then happens. And so, Deborah, I'm telling you, the conversation is super important. If I were you, I would be having, I don't know how to, and I don't know how to advise you to do that, because again, it's going to be a confidence thing. It's going to be a faith thing. So where she knows that no matter what you say or do, what she says or does, and I think she knows it to a degree, but then again, she just doesn't want to test it. And so, you know, you just got to make sure that she knows, hey, darling, whatever you want to download on mama, we are good. We are good. I will think nothing less, nothing more of you, because that's what mamas do. That's what mamas and papas do. It's amazing what we, and I'll just say this generally, it's amazing what parents will, the stuff we take, the things that we get, you know, and actually brothers and sisters as well. It's amazing how, and it goes the other way, by the way, but, you know, but with brothers and sisters, what we hear from each other and what we take in, and it's amazing how we can filter it and not allow ourselves to be, and most of the time, not allow ourselves to be altered with our love for them. You know, they're not perfect. I'm not perfect, that kind of thing, you know? So it's amazing how that works. And I, you know, I'm blessed to have a brother and two sisters. I'm blessed to have nieces and nephews. I'm blessed to have kids and a great spouse and that kind of stuff. But when you have those things, it does teach you to be able to be putting things in perspective. And the things that maybe one time would be a deal breaker, things that you're like, wow, I would never, you know what? Never is a long time, and it's amazing what we see and what we do, and the things that I look back and I'm like, you know what? I can't believe I was so determined that this was going to be just this way. You know, it's like, no, it's amazing. And when your kids come to you, Lord have mercy, when the kids come to you, no matter how hard ass you want to be, sometimes it's just, you just can't, you just melt. And I'm one of those, you know, and my son shows up with his baby and I'm like, okay, now I'm a little bit even weaker. But, you know, yeah, the kids are something else, and they tend to have a special spot. So mama, do what you need to do. Make sure that you have that child. Let her know, and just remind her that mama's here. Mama loves her. Mama will always be able to talk to her. And so she is so busy. Absolutely. I get that. But try to find the time, Deborah. And again, you will be glad you did. There is something that really is weighing on her, and she just needs to vent. I think maybe it's a venting situation too, but she just needs to release. And you are that person that can take it and then let it go. And that's the one thing to do too, Deborah. Don't buy her drama. Don't buy her issue. Don't buy her whatever. Be there to listen. Be there to, and don't try to fix, you know, because again, that's not what this is about. Don't be the fixer. Don't be the whatever. Give her advice if you need to, or more importantly, I'm getting the feeling like this is a venting situation. So she just needs to vent to get something out, and she needs to work through it. And so maybe be a mirror as she says something. She says, "What do you think about this?" Well, you know, just you know, give a energy back. You know, give a response back. So yeah, I just, great energy there. I'm loving it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Deborah. Hopefully that helps you. Let me know. Come back and let me know from time to time how that works and so forth. And yeah, I'm curious now. I think it's more of a venting situation, or just a situation of she just needs to talk. Just needs to talk. Can we talk? Let's discuss. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see everybody else. And by the way, thanks for popping in. Folks, could anybody out there, do me a favor. The QR codes, usually when people click the QR codes, and every time I put QR codes up, they pop and I get a little notice. But we have a new system here, and it's Restream. Restream is updated and changed. And I don't get the notice of the QR codes working. And again, I put up a number of QR codes and not a single one has popped. And this happened last night as well, which is interesting. So if anybody out there could just do a little click to open your phone up and click on the QR code, or in the chats if it comes up there. And I don't even see it in the chats, which is unusual. I used to see it in chats when I put it up there. But if you see it and click on it, just so I can see if the QR code alarm is working, because it used to work and I don't even see it. And so anyway, let's move on. Good morning, Miss Bonnie. Nice to see you in. Miss Bonnie is my proctor. She's the one that reminds everybody, like, share, subscribe, and follow. She's like, that's what I have her for. Also, Miss Bonnie is the love goddess. If y'all want a love reading, this is not the place for it. If it happens because it's meant for you, I give it. But if you ask me for a love reading, I'm like, hey, oh no, I don't do that. I don't like it because I don't like getting in everybody else's energy space and all those things. I don't like, because to me it's intrusive to a degree. And it's not that I'm disparaging anybody else, but it's just that for me, I just feel like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. But if I'm reading for you and you're asking me for a general and all of a sudden the love comes out, I love that, because then it's like it's not being drawn on. But Miss Bonnie, she loves it. So after I get done these cycle of the QR codes for my weekly readings, I will make sure that I put up Miss Bonnie's YouTube address so you can reach out to her, subscribe to her, and then follow her and get notices when she goes live as well. With that said, let's get back to it. Hey, Jess Mercer, nice to see you in, my dear. It's been a while since I've seen you. I'm hoping things are well with you. Shari, nice to see you in. Eternal Peace, nice to see you in. Catherine Newkirk. Hey, Catherine Newkirk. And thank you for the, Catherine, if I'm not mistaken, you gave me a few little comments on the YouTube post this week. I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you do the QR code thing for me, if you click on that, please let me know, because again, it's not showing up here, but I'm thinking that they are working, but I don't know. So if you did the QR code for me, I would truly appreciate that. Hey, Brittany Kittle, nice to see you. And Miss Kittle, how is that baby coming along? That little girl. Oh my gosh. I know she must be getting ready to have her debut into this world. Folks, Brittany Kittle is one of the sweetest, nicest people you're going to meet. Her and her sister both. They've been through a lot, and I'm not giving anything away that I shouldn't, because the reality is we've had readings for her here before, but Brittany is strong and wonderful, and she is she's getting ready to debut a new little baby girl, and I am so excited for her. So Brittany, how is that little baby girl doing? Is she doing fine, hopefully? And when is she due? I know it's got to be soon, right? Hey, Drew. Hey, Arkesha. Nice to see you in. Umber, again, I said hi. Hey, Kelly Dix. I'm not sure if I said hello to you, and if I didn't, I'm saying it now. Judy Nails. Nice to see you in. Sen, good to see you in as well. If I didn't see you and didn't call you out, I apologize. I think I've gotten it. And of course, Angie, I already said hello to Miss Angie and Miss Linda and Miss Susan. Hello, Miss Susan. I don't think I said hello to Miss Susan. Now she's going to beat me up. Monique, I did say hello to, because we talked about the reading last night. Allison, good to see you, and Allison as well. It's been a while, Allison. I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you are well. All right. Yes, I'm getting induced December 2nd, 3 weeks early. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Hey, Barb Ross, that's my sister. Welcome in, that's Ms. Ross. Ms. Ross. Hey, Linda, nice to see you in as well. And Valerie, nice to see you in. Valerie, good to see you in. Well, congratulations, Brittany. Let us know as soon as she pops. Please post a picture of her. And if you're okay with it and you want me to show the picture, let me know in advance, and I will download a picture to this and we will post it, because she's now part of the family. She's one of ours now. She's coming into this world as an earth goddess. I mean, she is something special to us because we've seen her from the beginning. And she'll be a Sagittarius with me, Bonnie said. Yes, which is my spouse's sign as well. I have Sagittarius all around me. My son, my eldest son is a Sagittarius. My daughter is a Sagittarius. My husband's a Sagittarius, and I think there's one or two more in the family that are Sagittarius. The good part is there's a number of Scorpions around us too, and so our families are Scorpions and Sages. So she's coming into a great time, and Sag is a good sign, by the way, a very good sign. I'm glad to hear that, Miss Allison. Nice to see that things are well with you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, Brittany, if you send a picture and you give me the okay, I'll post it and show her the new beaming light for us. She's our Sonoran. She'll be my Sonoran Mystic Tarot queen. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love I just the energy from her and from you. I even felt she's changed you, Brittany. I mean, it's amazing. And again, I don't know you. I don't live with you. But every time you come on, this energy that it comes through is it's just like you've gone through a metamorphosis. She's kind of helped you to mellow out to be. I don't know. It's like you again. I felt all this, and then all of a sudden she's kind of helping make things smoother with you, and you're just kind of realizing that there's so many little things that now can be left behind. That you're like, oh, that's nothing compared to this. And this little life, this beautiful little life has brought you to this new kind of Zen moment, this kind of feeling of it's all about her now. And I love that because again, she is the most important thing right now. She really is. And, because again, this is new life. It's exciting. It is so exciting. So there you go. Let's see. Who was I going to read? I got totally sidetracked with Miss Kittle. Who was I headed toward? I don't know. Kelly Dix, I owe you a reading. I haven't done reading for you in a long time. So you know what? Before I go today, remind me, and I will give you a reading if you want one. I'm not going to force one down your throat now, but again, if you want one, because it's been a while since I've read for you, and I'm getting a lot of good energy from you. Catherine Newkirk, I definitely want to do a reading for you as well. Catherine, do you have a general or a specific? I think you actually maybe even posted something on that. I don't even know. Let me look. But Catherine, let me know, is it general or specific? So you'll be next. And then again, let me know. Let me know. Oh, let me also go over here for the last one. This is the Virgo one. Okay. All right. Pregnancy. Kelly Dix, by the way, Brittany says pregnancy started her on her journey. I love it. That's great. And I think I remember, Kelly, you had mentioned that a long time ago, if I'm not mistaken. And we talked about that. It kind of opened you up and all of a sudden you went into like a whole different space and it really did change your life. I remember that. Yep. And Brittany says, no, I believe that actually for sure I'm mellowed out a lot. Absolutely. And Kelly, yes, Kelly, I will read you next once I hear from the person I just mentioned. Who was it? Was it Katie? Was it Katie Newkirk? Is that what I said? Yeah. Catherine Newkirk. Catherine, if you're still here, let me know. And if you want, again, general or specific, because you asked for a reading, but I don't know. And did you leave me? Kelly, also let me know if it's general or specific for you. Okay. With that said, I'm going to pop over here. I'm going to pop up the Love Goddesses YouTube page so you can see it. Also, after that, you're going to see Miss Angie's pop up. You're going to see Naturally Divine Goddess, which is Shauna's pop up, and a few others. Make sure that you follow them as well. Subscribe to them on YouTube. These folks are wonderful. This is Miss Angie's. Angie and I do Wednesday nights together, as you guys know, and she is amazing. Last night she was on fire. Oh my gosh, she was picking up things, details, and other things that were just amazing. I love watching. I am blessed to have two readers who, when I read with them, I'm blessed in the sense that I love what they do and they are skilled at what they do. But also I find myself from time to time watching them and forgetting that I'm actually supposed to be doing something too. And then they're like, I'm done. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to do some readings now. And Angie is one of them. Angie and Shauna, again, they just have that ability to mesmerize because they see things in such a way that I can only, it's like I see, again, my gift, everybody's psychic gifts are different. Everybody's metaphysical gifts are different. We have strong suits here and strong suits there. And so when I see what they do, I'm like, man, I wish I did that, or I wish I could do that. And that was my gift. But I love my gifts and I don't complain about them. but it's like, I wish that this clair would pop up more. And when I say clair, we have clairs, clairaudience, clairsentience, and so forth. Each of our clairs, one is sense, sight, smell, hearing, those things, and each of them is a different clair. And so everybody has strengths in some and weaknesses in others. None of us have the same. It's just the way it is. Sometimes Angie's spirits actually speak to her. She can hear them. She can speak to ghosts. And so that when we have a ghost in my house before, she came over and he went home with her. He went home with her. Samuel went home with Angie. Angie took my ghost, and I'm so glad she did, because I didn't want him here. Nothing personal, but it's like, I had enough of my own. But he told me there were a number of spirits here, and over this past few weeks, he was right, because those spirits have been here and they have been kicking and screaming and playing, and they turn the lights on and off, they turn the TV on and off, they turn the sounds on and off. We were playing, Ed was playing with Ghost. He threw the ball. Ghost did not go after it, and next thing you know, the ball's coming back into the room. The balls, and this is like Poltergeist. They're like the movie Poltergeist. Like, okay, once the stake starts moving across the floor like this, that's when you're like, okay, enough. So Angie will be coming over with a group of folks from our metaphysical group who are coming over within a few weeks, and they're going to meet with the ghost. They're going to connect with the ghost if they can, and have a conversation and see why the ghost is here and what the ghost is, and if it's more than one, because we're picking up maybe there is. The other day while we were doing our class live, and I'm sorry to get off the topic, but it's kind of on topic at the same time. The other day while we were doing class live, because we do it on Tuesday nights and it's on Zoom. And while we were there, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, my spirit team came here. A protector, one of my protectors came and showed up beside me, and I could see him in the camera because it was behind me. And I'm like, did y'all see this? And then and so that was there. And all of a sudden, my dog, her name is Ghost. I did not name her. She came as Ghost, which I love, and she's a white husky. She's absolutely beautiful. She was laying down across the room. She came over and she sat right beside me, and she perked up and she's looking back this way. And so, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And then all of a sudden, the lights, the image of the camera, right, started going in and out, in and out, in and out. And she was very alert. And then I felt something, and then I mentioned it. And then that energy left, and she laid down and she was comfortable. And then all of a sudden she perked back up, and all of a sudden the same thing. So when we came out of our breakout groups for this event, for these classes, I was talking to the general group, and they were picking up the energies. And so my protector was kind of concerned to make sure that I was being protected, because I was open for the class, and he didn't want me to be, in some kind of risk. So again, the protector energy was here, and this energy was here, but this was very playful. And so people were asking the energy questions, and my whole screen would do this in and out of dark light, dark light, dark light, every time we hit on something that was right. And so it was interesting how we were able to ask it questions, and it answered based on the energy of the screen. And the good part is there was like 12 of us in the room at that time, because some of the people had left. There were about 12 of us in the room, and everybody saw this. And everybody was asking questions. Everybody had to offer something to the questions to the spirit, and it was responding. And they would be silent. There were times where and I was doing nothing. I'm sitting there like this, because I did not want to move and do anything that would create somebody thinking, well, am I doing this? So, or how do I do this? Or was I moving my body and therefore creating that? So I just stayed still. And so they were asking, it's like, are you a little girl? And it went, burp, 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 burp. So one of the energies was a girl. And it's like, are you under the age of 5? And then total brightness, nothing changed. And then they asked, are you over the age of 5? Are you there for whatever? And it was fascinating. It would stop for sometimes when certain questions were asked. Other questions, it would show the affirmative. Fascinating. I'm telling you, it was one of the most exciting things. So I cannot wait for Angie and the class to come over, and they're going to come over on like a weekend day. We're going to set a time and pop them over, and I'm going to feed them, because that's what I do. I feed folks, because I tried talking to the spirits, and they don't. Again, that's not my strong scent. For some reason, I don't seem to be able to connect to spirits like that. I can speak to people who crossed over, which is wonderful when they come in for you, but for some reason, I can't do that. And this is what Angie does. Angie's good at this. So they're coming over. So it's very cool. I'm very excited by this. So anyway, calling on angels. This Miss Bonnie, back to where we were headed. I'm like, it's like squirrel. I can't help it. And then this is Naturally Divine Goddesses. This is Miss Shauna's YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe and follow her as well. And then there's Miss Susan Grayson up here. She is, when I say up here, it's because on my list, she's up next one up. And Miss Susan is on Saturdays, and she flies solo, generally speaking, but she's also good. And her mediumship skills are amazing as well. So she and I share that in common. However, she doesn't usually do mediumship long distance. So it takes her, she has a different way of doing it. So for some reason, it doesn't work quite the same for her. And then this is Miss Julie, Love Right Warriors. Miss Julie, if you follow her, you're going to get 3 days out of the week. You're going to get a Tuesday when she's with Claudine. You're going to get a Wednesday morning when she's with Miss Bonnie, and then when you're going to get a Friday when she's with Scott. And then she pops in for other things too. So again, show those folks a love, subscribe with them, and appreciate it. And then one more notice, and that's my book. Don't forget about my book. That's Miss Susan's book. This is my book. If you're looking for a book on affirmations or some Christmas gifts, perfect opportunity. This is available online on Amazon. And so it's a book about affirmations, about you taking control of your life. Whoever reads it, taking control of their life, understanding they do have the power within to be able to make and change energies, which is wonderful. And then again, back to one more thing, and that is the Christmas special. I'm offering Christmas special. My readings are usually $195 a piece, but from now until early December, I'm doing a Christmas special. If you want to buy a gift certificate for yourself or for anyone else, $35. Only $35, and it's going to be my readings usually run for an hour to an hour and a half. You can ask whatever questions you want. It's a private reading between me and you. We do it via Zoom, or if you're not comfortable with Zoom, we can do it via telephone, whichever you prefer. And then we have the conversation, and I go through. I let you ask the questions you need to ask. We explore them. I give you advice and that kind of stuff, and send you on your way, hopefully in a much better spirit than you arrived, or at least with some ideas and answers, which is wonderful. You can use this gift certificate anytime. It does not expire. So once you buy it, you can use it whenever you want. However, there are some blackout dates because I do travel, as you guys know, and I have a life. So there are some times I do not, that I have blacked out, but we work together to set a date and time, which works for both of us. But again, just get the certificate now, and then from there you can do whatever. When you click on this, it will take you to a book, and then you book, and then it asks you for a date and time. Just put any date and time. Do not worry about date and time specific right now, because after you get this, then we can talk and we can set a time and date. Or again, if it's a certificate, just say, hey, it's a certificate, and then let me know. And then down the road, whoever gets it can let me know. Okay, so again, just bounce through that time and date, pick anything and move on, and then let me know. Say, hey, I bought a certificate. This is me. Ignore it, and then we're good. Okay, so with that said, let's get to it. I want to pop up over here the overlay of the chats. And there we go. So y'all can see the chats and see that you are not alone. And as they pop up, there we go. All right. Oh, and we have a troll. I didn't even see the troll. Thank you, Amelia, for being such a prick. I appreciate it so very much. And this is what I have to say for our little prick, Amelia. And yes, I said the word prick. That is me. Amelia, this is for you.
Equivalent to my hush.
Absolutely. So let me pop back over to the chats and help Amelia find her way out of the door. Lord, she is persistent, isn't she? Jeez, who is Miss Amelia? All right, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I see that. I saw that, Sherry. Yep, absolutely. I was too busy talking and not paying attention. Hey, Ray, nice to see you in. Nice to see you in. Kelly, thank you for blocking the intruder. I appreciate it. And I'm going to pop over later on the YouTube side, the Facebook side. But it's interesting because when I popped it up, it didn't allow me to do it on Facebook. So I'm guessing by you doing that, I wished it was nice. So. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Jess, Tennessee. I bet it is cold. Lord have mercy. But we're chilly here. But again, chilly is relative, if you know what I mean. Who was I reading? I got totally sidetracked. I think I was going to read Catherine. Catherine, did you pop in? And if not, then we're doing Kelly. I think Catherine left. Also, after that, Ray Lopez, you will be next. So let me know. Yeah, my ghost, my Kelly says my husky, love huskies, go so goofy. Yes, they are so wonderful, and mine is crazy. She's and son has so much energy. Lord have mercy, but I love her to death. She is a sweetie. I don't love her to death because I know not to say that. Never say love somebody to death, okay? Because think about it. Don't put that out in the universe. It's negative. And it means well, but it's like no 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 no. So Kelly, was it a general you said? Yeah, here we go. Got it. Super, Kelly. Let's see what you got. What's going on with Kelly? Thank you, Allison. I appreciate that. If you hold 1 second, Kelly, I'm going to make sure I pop over there onto Facebook. I can't do it on my computer, so I got to go over here on Facebook real quick and make sure that they are also canceled, shall we say, from my side. Okay. All right. Miss Amelia, you're gone, baby girl. You're gone. Okay, Kelly, let's get back to you. Let's see. Kelly, my dear. Now, I just spent, what was it, 5 minutes railing about how I don't do love readings? Kelly, you break my rule, which I love. Because, again, this explains why I love when love readings come organically. And, Kelly, you got a love reading this day, my dear. You have a love reading. You need to get out of your house. You need to get out. You need to get involved. You need to get in the community because you have a relationship trying to find you. Kelly, it is time. The spirits have said it is your turn. It's time for you to find yourself a relationship. I don't know if you're in a relationship, if you have a husband or whatever, but if you are in a relationship, let's just say the wattage has kind of dwindled. And this is saying it's time to fire that wattage back up. There's something coming along. There's something right in front of you that's going to spark this kind of renewed energy. But I'm like, so Kelly, are you in a relationship or are you not in a relationship? Because again, it's like I'm feeling like this is new. I'm feeling like a new relationship, and this is a strong, determined man. This is a very strong, determined, very successful, very somebody who knows himself. Yeah, no, guess what? That's ending soon, Kelly. That's coming to an end, my dear. You need to get your butt out of your house. You need to get involved. You need to get into community because, again, there is a relationship hunting for you, and you are going to be in a relationship, my dear. You are going to be in a relationship very soon. And this man is somebody who is not looking for anything from you except for a partnership. He wants somebody who will be there with him, for him, to be able to spend time with him, to be able to be present in the moment with him. He doesn't want money. He doesn't want a house. He doesn't want any. You're bringing nothing more. There's nothing worldly that you're bringing. He doesn't want that. He wants a partner. He wants somebody who he can love, somebody who he can trust, somebody who he can confide in, somebody who is strong enough to know themselves and be comfortable enough to tell him. Because this is a guy who people usually won't tell something. They're not going to cross him, okay? But you're going to be the person who can tell him, you can nudge him, okay? It reminds me of the big fat Greek wedding when you had the mother and daughter talking, and she says, the father is the head of the house, but the mother is the neck, and she turns the head, okay? And that's what I'm getting for you. So, Bonnie says, can I order one of those? Yes. So yes, indeed, Kelly, it is time for you. We put a man on the moon. We can put one on you, my dear. I'm telling you, it is time. It is time. It is time to crack the coconut, open up, and let's say it's time. So, you are going to, this is your time. This is your energy. So Kelly, get out there, start doing something, get involved, because this man is waiting for you. And you are that energy. Kelly, you bring him like a yin and yang. He is somebody very, very much into hard set, finite kind of things. And he's kind of like, old school. And you're going to help him understand that there's something more beyond that. You're going to help him understand the ethereal. You're going to help him understand that, again, the mind, how the mind works, how energy works, how the soul works. You're going to tap something into him that is so loving and so caring. And he is going to be surprised because he closed that off. This is somebody who was married before. And I'm getting the sense that maybe she died. I'm thinking he's a widower. And when she died, he died. He lost this. He turned it off. He's like, I don't want to feel anymore. It was too painful. And you're gonna open that up. Okay, so you're gonna be that person who just comes in. And this is not something you create, by the way. This is not something you can manifest and make happen because on your whim or at your time. This is divine timing. And again, no matter how hard you want it to happen, don't force anything. This will happen. So get out there, get involved, and then all of a sudden this person is going to walk into your life because you made yourself available. Do that for me. Get yourself out, get yourself involved, get yourself back into life. Make sure you're out there and available. And wow, great energy there. Look at this. Look at this. I love this. Stop paying attention to what has gone before you. Okay. And remember, you have so many wonderful things here, okay? Yeah, you've had some experiences negative, but you've had some great experiences. So again, bring that energy out there. Get over that thing, okay? And get involved. Get busy. Get to it. Make sure you have the last stuff going on. Make sure you're getting involved in life and making sure life comes to you. And again, this man is going to change you. He's going to change your mind. He's going to change your way of thinking. He's going to make you believe again that you have value, that you have worth. He is going to bring to you what you bring to him. Again, you help him open up to other things and that he always had turned off, and he's going to open you up to understanding that you have value, have worth, you have something to offer, and that you can love again and trust again. Okay, Kelly. Wow. Now I know why I needed to give you a reading, because that was a hell of a reading. So Kelly, get out there, especially this holiday season. This is a perfect time for it, okay? Make sure that you are involved, all right? All right. Next is Ray. Ray, if you're still here. And then, yes, Kelly, I will, I'm Kathleen. Yes, Kathleen, I will give you a reading after Ray. And then Ray Lopez is next. And then Kelly, and then I'll do Ray D. I'm gonna call you Ray D, okay? Because Ray, you have a long name. That Ray. So first is gonna be Ray Lopez. Ray, do you have a specific question, a general or a specific? And also Kathleen, make sure that you queue up your question too, okay? And this is Kathleen, yeah. Oh, Kelly, he is my best friend from high school, lives in a different province. We talk every day. Interesting. I don't know, Kelly. All right, Ray, are you still here? Did you leave us, Ray? Ray Lopez, I said. I'm sorry. Let me be clear because we have two Rays online. We have two Rays in line. Well, Kathleen, while you are here, let's go ahead and jump over that and do your Kathleen again. Is it general or specific? Please let me know. Okay, Ray's here. Ray, is general or specific? Ray Lopez again. Make sure I'm clear. Okay, Kathleen. Again, Kathleen, you'll be next after we finish Ray Lopez, and then Ray D. You'll be after that. Direction. Okay. Go west. Life is beautiful there. Go west. Just kidding. Just kidding. You're already west. Let's see what you need. What you got. Huh. Okay. Okay. Ray. Ray, it's time for change. You had some change. I love this. You're doing well where you are. You're doing okay. This is a great. Again, this is that. But again, that's finally fallen into place. But it's time for change. Change is coming to your life. Okay, and so be ready to navigate that change. You got to get back to school. There's an education card here. This is the 8 of Pentacles. Let me tell you the numbers. This is the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is the completion of a cycle, completion of a work cycle, completion of a thing. So you accomplished what you needed to do. You are ready. You're good with what you've already accomplished, and you're comfortable with that. Okay, so that's one checkbox. Okay, so you checked it off the box, which is good. Now it's time to do something else, to augment the change. I mean, augment the whatever. So this is the change. This is change. It's time to do something more. Okay, to shift gears, to take a new direction. And what that new direction is the 8 of Pentacles. Again, this is the King of Cups. Sorry for those who might do ask. This is the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is a study card. The 8 of Pentacles is learning, growing, and understanding. So, Ray, it's time for you to get back to school. It's time for you to learn, to grow, to take your career to the next level. This is the education card. This is the 8 of Pentacles. It is very clear. And again, that is something you have. Whatever the education that this is talking about is, again, a change because you haven't done it yet. This is the shift. This is the shift in energy. Okay, so you're shifting to this, but it is work related. So if you're looking for a higher degree, you're looking to the next level, this is the time to do it because this is that energy card for change. So it's time for you to look at where you want to be. What is that next level of education you need to have, and get enrolled. Get started. Okay, that's one of the directions that is the direction. And this is interesting. You've been talking about this. This is the card that says this is the perseverance card. So you're already involved again. So this will be with your career already. So it's an enhancement to the career, and you've already been talking about this, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet. So it's time for you to pull the trigger because you can see the benefit. Again, you see the light and the benefit at the front. This is the 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, which is the perseverance card, that moving forward card. Okay, so you can see. You know what that destination is. You know what it looks like if you should get that next degree, what that means, how that can reflect in your life. Okay. And then look at this. This is the 6 of Cups, and that 6 of Cups is that happiness. And again, you planted the seeds. It's going to help you. So you've already done the groundwork. This is just the next level. So again, this makes sure this is again saying you're not changing careers. You're not getting educated on something very new. You're advancing more. So you're taking the next step up. You're leveling up. Okay, because again, you've already got the base work here. This is the 6 of Cups, which says again you've already done some of the groundwork. So now it's the next step. And the Justice card's here. So it's like, it's something you've been talking about. The Justice card, when it comes out, it's like whatever you put forward, again, with the energy that you put forward, with all the work that you have to do, you're saying, is it worth it? Will I get back? Will I get back a return on the energy and the money that I spend? Yes, you will. The Justice card says for all the money you put in to get the education, for all the energy and work you put into it, you will see the return. It will pay itself off. Okay. And what are we talking about? Going back to, again, the 8 of Pentacles. So we're reminding you the 8 of Pentacles, which is telling you, again, school and learning and training and education. Okay. And again, it is work related because you're hitting a block. You can't go much more where you are. Okay, so again, you're topping out. If you want to see a movement forward, if you want to see a step up, if you want to see a way moving forward and moving up, then again, the change is on you. Remember, that's that King of Cups. That change is on you. See the water underneath? That's why I say change. See all that water? Again, you're sitting there and you're like, I can control the water. I can control the change. And so you do. You control the change. You put it into motion. And again, that change comes from the education. So again, I'm going back over and over, but I'm just trying to make sure you understand how these cards relate to each other. And look at this, the happiness card. Look at it. This is the most active card of the knights. Okay, you have the sword. If this was a Knight of Swords, I would say be careful about your choices, but this is not. This is the Knight of Cups. And so again, this is the movement toward happiness. This is going to give you another level of completion, of fulfillment, of feeling like I've accomplished something. This is a higher level of accomplishment. So Ray, what I'm telling you is get back to school. And you didn't need me to tell you this because somebody else has been telling you this. This is the Knight. I mean, this is the page of abundance. You know that everybody's been telling you, and you know the money is going to come, the happiness is going to come. This is going to give you that opportunity to go to the next level. So Ray, you know the story. If you take this step, you will pay. It'll pay off. And this is the news telling you that is the case. And not only that, but when you apply, you will get accepted, because this is that acceptance card. This is that notice of exception. So get to it, okay? And this is no time to rest. No, you can rest when you're dead. Okay, you can rest when you're dead. No time to rest. Get up, get moving, get to it. Okay, no time to wait. All right, and it's interesting here because this is an upside down 8 of Swords in reverse. When this is like this, you can't make a decision. You can't move forward. You can't move. There's no right decision. This is saying there is a right decision. This is the only decision. This is the right decision. Okay. So again, every card here has been very crystal clear about what you need to do. That's the direction. I'm not sure you want to hear it, but I give it to you as it is. All right, Ray. That's what I got for you. Hopefully that works. Hopefully that resonates with you, and hopefully it's something that you can take to the bank. Because again, if you get that higher education, it will show you a benefit. There will be a reward there. Don't forget, folks. Again, if you want a gift certificate, if you want some Christmas gifts for yourself or for anybody else, a private reading with me, again, which usually lasts for about an hour to an hour and a half. This is a gift certificate for it. I'm giving an amazing deal. $35 is the cost for now. I usually charge $195 for my readings, so this is a deep discount, and it will only be available for a little longer. So again, I'm putting it out there for you guys. If you want to take advantage of it. If you click on this now and want to buy it now, it'll take you to the website. And when you do, it's going to ask you to book a time and whatever. Just go ahead and put any time and date, and then email me. We'll message each other, and we ignore that time and date, because again, we will set down a time specific that's better. Or if it's a certificate, then it's going to just sit out there until you're ready to use it. Okay. So you don't have to have a time and date right now. That's not important. Just make sure you get the purchase before the sale is gone. All right. So, and that was for Ray. And yet I still had Kelly's thing up there. Sorry about that, Ray. Next is Kathleen. Kathleen, what is it? What is it that you wanted? Kathleen. Trying to find Kathleen's message. Let me put the glasses back on here. There you go. Where is Kathleen's thing? Miss Bonnie says, jump on that. Absolutely. You're welcome, Ray. Appreciate that. Kathleen says, general. Thank you, Kathleen. Sorry about that. Okay, Kathleen, before I did anything, I got grandkids. Man, I'm telling you. So are you living with them? Are you around them? Or are you not spending enough time with them? Because I'm getting some energy about the grandkids. Grandkids need your attention. They need focus. What's up with the grandkids? Okay. Are they coming for a visit for the holiday? Again, are they living? I feel like there's a distance between you and grandkids. Okay, so is it a physical distance, a physical barrier, like a distance location-wise, or is there a drama between you and the family that is keeping the kids away? That needs to, whatever it is, that is. Is it do you have the grandkids live with you? Okay. So what is the barrier? What is the barrier? There's a barrier with you. I'm getting a barrier between you and the grandkids. What is the barrier? Are you having an issue? Okay. I see. Okay. I got it. Okay. I see. So there is the barrier then that makes sense to me. Is that there are times where this is kind of wearing on you a little bit, because there are times where you see things and maybe you would discipline is a good word for it. You would discipline the child, or you would do things differently, and you have to bite your tongue. And you have to kind of walk gingerly on those things, because you're like, okay, I don't want to overstep as a grandma. However, they are living with me and they're doing some things that drive me crazy, and I should be able to say something. But I get the feeling like this is a little bit of again, it's like it's like death by 1,000 cuts, because it's little things like this, and it's getting a little more and little more. This has not always been the case, right? Because I'm getting feeling that they weren't always with you. They came back, because I'm getting the come back sign, and so it's like I'm getting the feeling they came back. And again, it changed the dynamic of the home life. I'm not saying it's bad. Don't get me wrong. Don't go there necessarily. But what I'm saying is I get the feeling like there is a there's just this feeling of again, like you can't quite be honest, be completely honest. You can't let your feelings out. You can't express how you really feel sometimes, because again, you have to walk on eggshells, because you're thinking, I don't want to overstep, but at the same time, you're like, damn, this is my home. There should be some boundaries I should be able to press. There's going to have to be a conversation, Kathleen. Make sure it's, and so I'm not saying now would be the time to do it, but what's going to happen is it's going to come to a head during this holiday season. There's going to be something that's going to happen that's really going to push a button, and as sweet, as nice as you can be, and as wonderful as you want to be with them, and as patient as you try to be, they're going to cross a line, and you're going to have to lay down, okay? And they're going to have there's a long conversation needed to be had. Now, the question, what I would suggest to you, but what I suggest to you is I would prepare in advance for having this conversation. And so the conversation, is it going to be a conversation of, is it time for you to find some place? This is you to them. Is it time for you, my dear daughter and children, to maybe find your own place? Or is it, or the conversation is, hey, if you're going to be staying here, I definitely like having you here. This is a good thing. However, we need to create some boundaries, so that's the other conversation. The conversation has to be had. And I would start practicing it in my head. I would start working on what it is. First of all, I determine what else that I want. If your conversation in your head is that you are going to ultimately have them finding their own place, then you need to work on that and figure out how to make that, how to see that way through, how to navigate that, and using words. Words are power. Words are absolute power. And if you use the wrong words, you could really send somebody off into a tirade. And I get the feeling your daughter sometimes has that little short fuse, and that you can, that sometimes even you sometimes probably are shocked, saying, what did I say? What is it I just sent her off on? I don't know. And that's just the energy I'm picking up. You don't have to agree with that or not. I don't know, but that's the energy I'm picking, is that sometimes she has a short fuse, and she's like, you're like, wow, what the hell did I just say? What was that about? Anyway, but so practice in your head the conversation that you need to have. And then after the holidays are over, and again, something's going to happen in the holidays, going to bring this conversation up, and it's going to have you needing to have the conversation. So be prepared in case. But if you get through the whole holiday and you somehow bite your tongue enough and you swallow enough and you're like, okay, I made it through, then sit down and have the conversation with them. But you need to have clear definitions of where this is going, when this is coming to an end, how this is going to end, or if it's going to be consistent, then where are those boundaries? And these are the things that need to change. And these are the things that I didn't think about when you moved in, but over time we see that this is something that needs to be discussed. And so again, have the conversation, but have it in your head first, have it in your head many times, work on the words, work on your triggers, because again, she triggers, and it's because sometimes it's just because it's mom. If somebody else said the same thing, it mean nothing. But if mom says it, it's like, oh my God, the world just come to an end. I'm getting the same thing as the dad thing. It's like, sometimes I say something to the boys, and all of a sudden it's the worst thing in the world. And I'm like, what the hell did I just say? If I said it to anybody else, if they said it to me, it wouldn't be an issue, but for some reason. So I get that. So Kathleen, that's the conversation. Get prepared for that. Have that conversation. Make sure that you are ready in your head, because the opportunity is going to present itself. And I want you to not have to be surprised. I want you to not have to be scrambling for the right words. I want you to be prepared to have the conversation in a clear and methodical way, total emotionless. I'm talking divorce yourself of emotions on that one moment and that one time, and just kind of work through it logically with them, help them understand and move through it. But again, by practicing it over and over, being prepared helps a lot. Because again, it's going to be a tense moment, and it's going to be, it's one of those things, again, you're not looking forward to it. It's not the conversation you're looking forward to having, but it's a conversation you need to have. That's the one thing I'm picking up before I see anything else. Let me see what else I get for you. Oh, Kathleen, I just got some cards flew out. And again, I usually don't do jumpers, but when jumpers happen, they're meant for you. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the conversation. You feel like, okay, wait a minute. Not everything is, things have not worked out quite the way they're supposed to. What I was hoping would happen is not the person I'm getting, and there's some things there. And yeah, this is getting a little long in the tooth. This is you. This is 8 of cups. This is by the way, is a 7 of swords, but this is the 8 of cups, and the 8 of cups is like, yeah, this is getting a little long, and it's okay. Where's this going? Where's this going? How long? How much more? And you are biting your tongue. I'm telling you, this is, excuse my French, everybody. I'm not misogynistic, but in this card, this is the one card that I have to use a certain word. And this is the bitch card. Okay, that's what I call it, because this is, I'll cut you. I will cut you. And I don't give a damn about who you are, what you want. Okay. So Kathleen, you're the opposite. This is the opposite. This is you biting your tongue. This is like, okay, I will suffer. I will deal with it. I'll have to get through this. Okay. So again, this is your energy that I was just telling you about. This is it. And again, I don't usually have upside down cards, reverse cards, whatever you call them, but this is reversed, and it was reversed for a reason. Because again, you're biting your tongue, you're just like holding back, and you're like, man, and I was like, Lord have mercy. If it breaks, it's going to be a dam, and it's going to just flood the entire world because my emotions are so wrought. But you know what I'm talking about, again, because this has gotten a little long in the tooth. And again, it's a conversation that needs to be had. So again, this is you biting your tongue. This is you holding back a little bit. And Lord knows you're looking at the front and you're saying, man, this is, I love them to death. I love them to death. And again, I hate to use that word, so don't do that, but I love them very, very much. But damn, they're a pain in the ass sometimes. And Lord have mercy, they're sweet, but they bring a lot of drama, and they have some wonderful things they bring to us, but they don't seem to take care of themselves. And they look for me to be taking care of them still. And I can't do that. I have my own life now, but it's coming to an end. Again, I told you it's coming to an end. This is the 10 of swords. So the conversation will be had, and it's going to be soon. It's going to be soon. I'm telling you, it's during the holidays or right after. If it doesn't happen during the holidays, you need to arrange it after. Okay. Whew. That's what I'm getting for you, Kathleen. Sorry I couldn't give you great news. I wish I could, but as you know, I also don't lie. I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass. So when you ask me for a reading, I give you what I see, and that's what I got for you. Okay. Man, I need my selenite wand. Let me spritz here. Okay, let me spritz here. Wait. Here we go. Yep. Okay. Man, Kathleen, you have some heavy energy. Not that it's not bad energy. It's just that you're under. I just feel the pressure. You're under some serious pressure. And again, it's just because you can't release. And you got to release. You can't live like that. You can't continue to live like that. It's not healthy. And I'm hoping it doesn't manifest in a physical form in your body, okay? Because you let that energy out. Kathleen, make sure that you're grounding yourself. Make sure, my dear, that you ground yourself. Make sure that you get out, you put your feet in some sand. I'm talking take the shoes off, put your feet in sand or some grass. Get yourself out there, get grounded, okay? I need you to get some selenite. If you don't have selenite, let me know, and I will send a selenite wand with Ed for you, and you take that selenite wand and keep it handy. And when you need it, just take that selenite wand and wave it around to clear your energy. When you're feeling heavy, wave a selenite wand around. So let me know if you need it. Tell him, and if you need one, I will send one with him, because you need a selenite wand. The selenite wands clear energy quickly, and they're good for you. And there's times in your house where you're going to need that. So especially when you're feeling overwhelmed, get that selenite wand out and spin it around you. Just wave it around you, and just kind of get rid of that energy. Okay. I never say I love my son to death. I tell him I'm favorite person. We absolutely, yep, Kelly, that's right. Because again, I say that as soon as I say it, I pull it back, because every time I catch myself saying that, because I don't want, that's not something you put in the universe. Oh, I love you to death. Oh no, I don't want to kill anybody. Okay, all right, Kathleen, super. Ray D, are you still here now? Kathleen, I will send one with Dr. Rivera. I will make sure that he has it and brings it with him to Kingman next time, the next week, so you have it with you, okay? And remind him to bring it too. His memory is far better than mine, okay? And I will have one. And then when you get it, Kathleen, what I want you to do is I need you to just, what I would suggest to you is put it in a, I'm going to charge it for you. I'm going to clear it for you, because the ones I have are relatively clear. I tend to put them out in the full moon, and we just had a full moon. And so I have a few that were cleared because of the full moon, and it is cleared. So you're good. It's already energized. And so all you got to do is, when you get it, anytime you feel a little a lot of pressure, under energy, you can take it work with you, take it at home with you, and do whatever. But and when you're feeling pressure, just kind of wave it around you, and just kind of wave it around, and that selenite will clear the energy around you. Okay, and it's really a good thing. Usually I put it in my house cleaning kits, my house smudging kits, because it's one of those things that is so important. And so it's a wonderful thing to have with you. And so if you ever bought a smudging kit from me, you probably would have already had one, because that's what I put in them. If anybody ever wants a smudging kit, let me know, and I can put one together and send it out to you guys. They're $30 for a box, and you get the shell, you get the sage, you get some amethyst, you get that and that kind of stuff. So it's a great thing. Yes, Kathleen, smudging or loose with sage and then Palo Santo. Yes, sage first and then Palo Santo. Sage gets rid of the negative energy, and then come back behind it with the Palo Santo, which brings in the positive energy. Two very different things, and they work wonderful together. Absolutely. Kelly Dix said that, by the way. Sorry, not Kathleen, Kelly Dix. So yeah, sage the house and then come back with some Palo Santo. Absolutely. Yep, Kelly. Okay. Ray, are you still here? Ray D, are you still here? I haven't heard from you. Maybe you left. Did you desert us, Ray? All right. Let me see who else is on here with me. If you again, I've gotten, I tend to ignore the texts while I'm reading, because again, I don't like to be, I just kind of go with what the energy tells me. And if I read the text, sometimes it gets me into a headspace that takes me away from what I'm thinking. So so for those of you who asked for reading while I was reading, let me know now. Tell me if you want a reading, and if it's a general, say, give me, I have a general, or if it's a specific question, give me that. Okay. Don't say specific question. Just give me a specific question. I'm going to do one or two more, maybe three. What's the time right now? Oh, no, I have a little bit more time. Good. Okay. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And I'm going to put the QR code one more time. Again, if you haven't and you want a reading, again, a long, in-depth reading, this is the code you would use. You would click on this QR code, or just email me at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. Again, advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. And I will, and I can send you an invoice for the reading or whatever. But yeah, send me, be comfortable, be free to do this. This is my email address down here, advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, and lock in that deal. And again, you can use the certificate at any time. It does not expire. So if you buy it now and you want to use it in January or February, March, that's fine, whenever. Just lock in the price, because otherwise, again, I charge $195 for a reading. And they're great readings. I sounded arrogant there, right? But no, I go deep is what the point is. I go deep and in depth. You own the reading, so you tell me what you want to learn, what you want to explore, and we go into what we can, and whatever comes out, comes out. Okay. Also, if you set boundaries, I'm one of those readers who, if you tell me I'm not going there, so we don't go there. If you're certain things you think are off limits, that's the case. If I get into an area that's sensitive, or I get into an area that has, for me, some concern that maybe you're not wanting to, or you won't be comfortable hearing it, I'll suggest, I'm like, is this an area we can go into? And then you tell me. So again, you have control of the reading. That happens from time to time. It happens, especially if a spirit comes in. And again, I don't sell mediumship reads, but if I'm doing a reading for you and a mediumship happens, then guess what? You get 2 for 1. That's pretty cool. But I'll often suggest first, are you okay with this? Or is that something, also sometimes something happened in your life that comes up. And for some reason, because of where you are going, because of where you are now, or because of where you're going, or an impediment to where you're going, comes from something that happened previously, something that was maybe traumatic. Sometimes that comes up because it's saying that you need to work through it. You need to move through this. And when that happens, when that trauma happens, when that situation happens and pops up, I have to go there sometimes. So if that's the case, then I kind of, I ask you, are you comfortable going in an area about maybe a topic like this? So the good part, again, is that you control the reading. Okay. So let's get back to the chats. Let me put the overlay back on. Who popped in? Norma Moyers. Norma Moyers. Gotta go ice my son's leg, Kelly. Thought it was blood clot and circulation problem timed out to be severely burned muscle behind the knee. Oh, much love, Kelly. Do what you got to do, my dear. Yes, indeed. Kelly, you're sweet. I love when you pop in. Take care, my dear. Okay. Let's see. Norma. Where is Norma? There we go. Norma. Norma says, I've been wondering what is in my future. If you can, I'm from Brewster Mills. Hey, Norma. Nice to see you in. Let's see what we got. Okay. I'm getting a struggle. I'm getting an internal struggle. Okay. It's like you're on the precipice of a decision. You've been wanting, I think you know what you need to do. I think you know which path you need to take, but it's not going to be a path that is going to lead you to, it's a difficult decision. Okay. This is the next one. This is you making a decision, but it's going to be a cutting decision, a biting decision, because it's a decision that is going to weigh heavy on you. There are complications in either direction. And I don't know how that's going to work itself out. But I see you having a heavy decision to make, and you're going to eventually make it based on logic, based on reason. But again, there's going to be people who are going to be hurt by it. There's people who are not going to be happy with it, that kind of thing. But you need to make the decision. It's time, and you've been putting it off. Apparently, you've been putting off this decision for a while. So this is not a new decision to be made. But you have to do what aligns with you, okay? Because there's a time and place for everything, and so this has to be that time. This has to be that place. I'm trying to get an energy on the feeling, and it hasn't. Yeah, it's interesting here. I'm picking up. It's something to do with house and home. And so it's home life. Is it like a home life work situation where, again, you're having to make a choice between home life and work? Or you're saying, is this you, again, having to pick one or the other? Okay. Like a walkaway situation, again, time to a closure. Okay. But this is good for your home life. Okay. So this is a time to make it. So you have to make a reasonable, logical decision that aligns well with your home life. And soon enough, there's going to be somebody who comes in and brings you information that's going to help you make your decision. It's going to help you confirm your decision. And ultimately, you're going to be, again, in a good place with that. But know that, know that this is going to, I feel comfortable. I feel uncomfortable for you, but I feel comfortable you can make the decision, but I feel uncomfortable because, again, some folks are not going to be happy with the decision you made, but you have to make it. Okay. And you can't own everybody else's situation. Okay. Because you're making decisions. You can't own their situation. All right. And again, this has been coming, the decision's been needing to be made. And again, the decision so the question is when, and I think it's right around the corner. So I would say before the first of the year, whatever the decision is, whatever you're thinking about, the decision has to be made and put into place. So like bringing closure to the end of the year kind of deal. Okay. That's kind of what I'm getting. And again, what you have to do. This is the bird this is the 9 of Pentacles. By the way, this is the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords is the energy about, again, that perseverance and that you've been down there. What the end is. So again, what you need to do. This is the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is, again, they've been talking to you. They've been talking to you. Spirit's been talking to you. What you need to do. And when you do make the decision, the good part is the patience card here, the balance card, everything gets back into balance again. Because again, excuse me, I feel Excuse me. I feel there has been an imbalance because of all of this again, and you've been. I'm getting a feeling you've been testy, you've been impatient, you've been again. You're a little snippy, a little bit more on edge than you've been in a long time because you're at that same space, and so work through this, make your decision, know what you need to do it based on what you need to do, based on logic, based on reason, based on empirical evidence. Do not do it objectively, not subjectively. But you got to do what's best for you. And again, not everybody's going to like what it is you do, what you've chosen to do, but you got to do it. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. I wish I had some great news for you, but I don't. This is a heavy time. This is a heavy decision. So move forward. Okay. That's what I'm. You sneeze at the same time. I love it. Bless you too. But that's what I'm picking up. Okay. But on the other side, again, this peace and tranquility comes back into your life. It's just like everything gets uncomplicated. The decision helps to uncomplicate things. And it's like, man, finally, and happiness at home. Again, happiness at home once this happens. Again, you know what you need to do. You just need to do it. That's kind of what I'm getting, okay? So that's what I'm feeling. I just see you moving on. I see it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time for closure. It's time to move on. So hopefully it helps you. Hopefully that helps you. All right, let's see. One or two more out there. Who else is out there? Let me put some eyeballs on so I can see who's out there. Jess is the one who sneezes at the same time. Bless you, Jess. Keith, yes, you just need to keep working hard. Keith, Keith, what it is this is for Keith, KJ Jones. Yes, Keith, the music will work out for you, but you need the problem is you're your own worst enemy because you know what you want, and that's not a bad thing. And the musicians as well as artists have that same thing. They know what they need to do. They know what they want, but the thing is that you need to make sure that you are what is it you want to how does it you want to succeed? If your music is the most important thing, if your music is where you want to be, then you need to stay true to it, and the success is going to be not as abundant as you think it will be. You'll have success and you will have some you'll make some benchmarks and that kind of stuff, but you're not going to sell out. And you're not going to sell out to the man, as they say, or whatever you want to call it. You're going to be true to your gift. But your gift, if your vision is to be a major seller, if you want to be something for everybody, then you're going to have to sell out your gift. You're going to have to sell out your for lack of a better word, your desires, your wants, and you're going to have to play some of the music you don't necessarily want to play. You're going to have to be making music you don't like, that's very commercial. Okay. And I'm getting the feeling like you're not that guy. You don't want to do commercial, but if you're not doing commercial, then you have to make sure that you're setting your sight and your goals in a realistic way, because commercial sells. And that's why it's called commercial, because it's made for a large number of people, and your music isn't quite that music. Your music is very niche. And so a niche market song is not going to do what everybody else does. And it's not going to have the same, the same sales. It's not going to have the same penetration into the zeitgeist of everybody. So you have to make a determination of what it is you want. If you want to be a mega seller, then you need to shift. If you want to be a niche audience person and be true to your music, then stay true to your music and make sure that you keep putting out good music, and you will get the attention. But it's not going to be what you like to do and what you like for your music is not going to be mass appeal. So again, you have a ceiling with what it is you do, and so just know that the ceiling exists, and you're going to bump that ceiling, and then once you understand that, you're good. But again, you have to make that choice. So if you want to be commercial, you got to make a change. You got to make a shift. You need to talk to people and say, okay, how can I make this better? How can I be more commercial and change your way of thinking? But I just don't think that's you. I think you're somebody who wants to be true to the music. And if that's the case, stay your course, keep putting out the music that you put out, keep making the connections that you do. And also you need to get out there and do more socializing. You need to get out there and do more music, and you need to talk every time somebody connects with you, you need to let them know that you're in the music business. You need to let them know what you're doing. Because again, you are your biggest marketer. Okay. That's what I'm picking up for you. Let's do one more before we're out of here. Who else is out there? Let's see. And again, that QR code thing is not working. If anybody can do me one favor, again, anybody out there, if you're not on your phone, if you're on a computer, or if you're on the computer, look at the comment, the chat, and it should pop up. But I'm going to put a QR code up, and I just want you to let me know. If you click on it, let me know that you clicked on the QR code. Okay, so if you have your phone, point it toward the QR code and click it and see if it works. Because again, I'm not getting a QR counter, and that drives me crazy because we've always had it before. But then again, our software has shifted. Restream has changed their software, and so it may not show that anymore, and that's why it's doing it. And because before I used to get like 100 to 150 of those clicks, and it's just crazy that it's just not quite there. And I'm like, but nothing, zero. And that never happens. Never happens. Let's see. Again, one more. Let me take this off of here. Throw the overlay back on for the chats. And do one more person. Let's see who else is out there. Doop a doop a doop doop doop. Hey, Allison. Yes, I promised you I would do one. You are right. Let's go ahead and do Allison. Allison, what is it? You have a general or specific? What you got? What you got for me, Allison? It's good to see you in again. I haven't seen you in a long time, Allison. Or if I have, for some reason, it's not registering, which is probably just as bad. No problem, Keith. Oh, no, Keith, the only thing I was telling you is, yeah, replay it back to about an hour. Go back to about an hour and 40 about an hour and 38 minutes. Go back and look at the hour and 38 minute mark, maybe. What I was telling you is that, yes, you're going to have, there's a choice to be made. And so the choice is going to be either that you stay true to your music and keep working hard, and you're going to have, again, a limited success with the ceiling, or you go commercial and you find a way to move forward with commercial, but you're not going to be happy with commercial because it's just not who you are. Okay, that's what I was getting. General, please, for Allison. Absolutely. Again, go back to like 138, 137 hour and minute mark, and you'll probably find what you're looking for. Okay. Wow. Allison, just what's happening with you, Allison? Because as soon as I popped you up, I feel this very much some heavy anxiety. What's going on with you, my dear? What's going on with you? Because what is that? What is that? Usually you don't have that energy. Are you okay? Are you facing what's happening with you? I just feel this like anxiety. Are you nervous? Are you having some? Are you? I just feel like you're. I feel overwhelmed all of a sudden. Wow, what's going on? Yes, Nick. No, I'm saying I'm Keith. Yes, Keith. What I'm saying is that if you want, it depends on what you want to do with your music. If you want to be somebody who says, this is my music, it's my voice, and I am, when I write a song, when I perform a song, it's true to me. It's me telling you who I am. The song represents me. The music represents me. And that's a niche audience, and you have a niche audience, and you'll do well. You'll do okay with it. You have a ceiling, though. You will not be a major commercial success because, again, you're not selling commercial. You're selling you and your voice. If you want to be a commercial success, then you have got to change, and you've got to embrace. You have to communicate with people, find out what it is that's selling commercially, what's doing that way, and you'll have commercial success as well. It depends on what you want to do. But your voice right now, and I'm not saying the voice that you're singing, I'm talking your voice as in your what you want to portray to the world, what you want to send, what is the message you want to send to the world. That is not commercial in the sense of mass selling, okay? And to be honest with you, most people who are true to music don't sell big numbers because, again, their voice is their voice, and it doesn't sell to everybody because the message doesn't land on everybody's ears the same way. Where with the commercial folks, they know how to get the message across, and they know how to touch everybody at the same time. And again, with your message that you send, and the voice that you're getting out there, the voice that you're saying, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, is one that is very is not commercial in that regard. It is one that is that can be tweaked to be commercial, but again, it right now it is too niche, and that's a good thing, because again, you're going to find niche, and you're going to find the good part is the niche music will find a group that will follow it forever, and you'll have a continuous success on a limited amount. Where if you do commercial, you could hit big and then all of a sudden disappear, because again, it's only commercial. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have a choice to make, though. You're at a crossroads where you can choose either one, and you're going to find some success with it. But you need to make sure you know which way you want to go, and once you go that way, then you're committed. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. Allison, again, you're fine at the moment. Okay, for some reason I was picking up some really heavy energy around you, and I was picking up some like, it's like a yeah. So maybe that wasn't you then. Maybe the energy was still Keith's energy. Maybe because Keith is kind of having a quandary. I don't know. Let's get to you, Allison. I'm gonna clear the energy. Okay. Okay, Allison, I don't remember do you have a son? Headstrong, determined son. I'm getting some energy about a son, and again, very headstrong, very determined, but it seems like he's been making some choices recently that aren't quite lining up with who he has been or whatever else. Again, do you have a son? I can't recall. Four sons. Okay, this is the youngest. The youngest son is in this reading. Okay, because it's the full card. No, the full card. Yeah, the full card is the new. Yeah, no, he would be the youngest son. So what's the youngest? Yeah, youngest son's going through something. He's going through something, and he's being tested. He's being tested, and this is one of his he's being tested, and he needs to be careful. I don't know what's going on, but there is this warning sign that he is at a precipice. He's right now at a precipice in his life. It's like it's funny because I get the feeling like he wants to go back. He wants to go backwards, and he needs to be careful. He can't go backward. Not right now. He's moved too far. He's come too far. He's worked too hard. He's got to be careful not to slip backwards, whatever the backwards is. And I don't know what the backwards is, but there's something that is safe and comfortable, and it's like, yeah, be careful. He needs to be careful. Don't let him slip back. It's the good life is in front of him. It's in front of him. But if he reverts back, if he slips back, he's not going to be happy with it. And he wants a new direction. He wants to start something fresh. He wants to start something new. But it's like in new, he's like, okay, but this worked for me before. I want to go there. Don't do that. He can't do that. Okay. So he's got to focus on the future. He's got to focus on moving forward. Do not let him slip backwards. Do not let him go back to something that was safe, something that whatever. Make sure he's moving in a different direction, a new direction. Okay, make sure that he's focused and going that way. All right, yeah, because the other way is he's coming out of he came out of a very rough place before, and he doesn't want to go back there. Okay, but he forgets some of this because it seems greener all of a sudden. It's like he doesn't remember some of the trials and tribulations. Instead, he's like, "Oh, I remember, but it was good." No, don't do that. Okay, don't do that while you're leaping, while you're creating the new. Don't slip back and say, "Oh, I forget this because I remember." Okay, and then you walk off a cliff. Don't do this. Okay, so he's in a transitional phase. This is a super important time. Make sure that he's talking to you. Make sure he's talking to somebody. Make sure he's talking to somebody who understands what it is he wants to do and how he wants to go. If he needs a mentor, find him a mentor or help him find a mentor. If it's one of his other brothers who can help him find his way, but make sure that they don't allow him to slip backwards, because slipping backwards is not going to be where he needs to be right now. Right now, he needs to be moving forward. He needs to be looking at what will open up for him, what will free him up, what will make him fly, okay, not what will ground him. All right. He needs to be doing some planning. He needs to be doing some planning, because if he plans through this, he'll see the benefits of moving forward and not looking in the different directions and getting sidetracked. That's not going to help. Okay. He needs to stay within the guidelines. Make sure no matter what, no shortcuts in his direction. Okay. He has to stay in the box. Not in the box, I'm sorry, but in between the lines. Okay, he's got to stay in between the lines. Don't no shortcuts, no deviations from that, because they're not going to work for him. He needs to stay within the structures. Okay, this is going to take some time, but be patient. It will work through it. Ultimately, he's going to be charging forward in a very happy way. Okay, so, and the money is coming. The money will come. So let him know. Have a conversation with him. Let him know that you're there for him, and let him talk to you, and that if he needs to, also help him find a mentor, somebody who has been down this road before, somebody that will help him. If he's had an addiction before, that's one thing that could be a concern. I'm not saying he did. I have no idea, and you don't have to share that. Don't share that. If it is, it's not important in that sense, because the world doesn't need to know that. But if he's had an addiction or a problem with things like that before, this is a crossroads for him. This is, again, strength. Move on. Don't go back. If he's had a health issue, then he's concerned about that or relapsed. He needs to focus. He needs to focus on the forward. Don't look at the health issue. Again, there's something like that. And again, it's also moving forward, and it's business opportunities, those kind of things. So there's a lot that can be included in this. But most importantly, moving forward, no going back. Okay, that's what I'm picking up for you, Allison. Sorry it wasn't for you, but your son's message was more important. It overrode the energies that maybe you needed to hear. And so, Allison, next time when you come on, let me know that we've had this conversation. And next time I will focus on you, and I will try to get a reading for you. But today, your son's energy is all over. Okay, your son's energy is just screaming to be given attention. So it really overcome yours. And as a mama, I know you don't care in that sense. I know that you don't care that you were shadowed today, because if he needs it, then mama needs it. So I totally get it. And I love that energy about you, Allison. I know how loving you are and caring about your kids. So I get that. And so I know that there's no harm, no foul there in that sense. And so remember, next time, Allison, remind me of this conversation, and I will give you, you will get a reading from me, and I will focus solely on you, I promise. But your son needs to hear this. Okay, there you go. Hey, first time viewer, Danielle, nice to see you in. Is it Daniel or Danielle? Daniel. Appreciate that very much. Well, folks, it has been a good day of readings. I appreciate you all popping in. Thank you so very much. Don't forget, again, before I pop out of here, I'm going to pop up the QR code one more time. This is the Christmas QR code. If you'd like a gift certificate for a reading, click here and order the reading. If you order it, and it'll pop up and say, pick a time and date, pick any time and date, just to nail it down. And then you and I can talk, and we don't have to use it for that time and date. You can use it for any time, or you can just set it aside and use it anytime you want down the road. There is no thing. Also, it's great Christmas gifts. This does not expire. So if you buy this, I'll send you a certificate, and you'll have that certificate to give to somebody, and they can use it anytime they want down the road as well. So I'm going to tweak the website and get it done so where you'll receive a certificate once you buy it. But for now, again, it takes you into a scheduling an appointment thing, which drives me crazy, but I'll get it figured out. Okay. With that said, again, love, light, and blessings to everybody. Have an amazing weekend. Before I go, I do want to wish happy birthday to Ray Lopez. Her birthday came up this week. And so, Ray, if you're still watching, this is for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. And as you know, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. So this one's for all y'all out there. All righty then. So with that said, it's been great. I appreciate it so very much. And again, remember, folks, when spirit comes knocking at your door and spirit's talking to you, listen to them. Listen to your spirit. Listen to your energies. Make sure you're following them, because if you don't, again, sometimes they remind you in ways that you don't like. So again, listen to them, follow the advice, what they say, and put it out there. Also, one more time, one more gift that is a perfect gift for the holiday season for anybody out there is my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. This is the QR code for it. If you'd like to order it and send it as a gift to somebody, that would be great. It is on ebook. It is hardback, softback, ebook, and also audiobook. So it covers all 4 categories. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And with that said, I'm going to go head out, and I will talk to you all next week. No, next week is Thanksgiving. I will not talk to you next week. So I guess I better play that Thanksgiving thing one more time. I will be maybe here Wednesday night, but not Thursday. Okay. I'll be on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. I love traveling, as you guys know, sometimes. So let's do this commercial one more time. Again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.